Welcome back to What's Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Lorraine 155 Mini 51. It's a Tier 8 French SPG. It's located on the south spawn of Siegfried Line and it's under the command of Steel Mike. But he's not alone in this game, he's got another What's Arty Noob with him, oh for fuck's sake, who's in the VK10001P, and there's another one, Angry Gandhi, he's in the SU130PM. Game's on. I rather like the idea of Angry Gandhi because Gandhi was anything but an angry man. Well, he did get in a bit of a temper sometimes, but he was totally against violence and he was actually a very lovely man. Because of that, he actually realised that civil disobedience was a lot better than actually being violent and angry. You can get a lot further by being nice to people than you can by being very nasty to people. And I think that's one of the reasons why Princess Elizabeth, the current monarch of the UK, the current queen, actually met Gandhi and she liked him so much, and one of her treasured possessions is a bit of crochet that he actually made himself. I know that for a fact because I once saw her with that treasured possession and she was mentioning it to a documentary maker at the time, that was a bit of crochet from Gandhi. So he's got a nice little hit on the Malshan, but he's changing position and moving elsewhere. The Lorraine 155-51, as you probably know, if you don't, it's actually made from a Lorraine 40-ton tank. Never got put into production. They did have a prototype, but the Lorraine 40-ton never got built either. And he suddenly realised the angles on that position are not right, so he can't get a shot up that avenue to hit the enemy tanks at the other end. There you go. Slightly better, but there's still a tower in the way at that particular spot. He's having a quick look whilst he's moving. I sometimes do that as well, just to see, have you got the right angle to hit the enemy tanks? It's an Object 704 up that street. He should be able to hit it. Well, being a Lorraine 40-ton tank in disguise, the Lorraine actually does have quite a turn of speed. It's quite quick, very nippy actually. Oh, that T-30 just took a massive hit from Angry Gandhi. Rounds out. Oh, now he stunned the Conqueror and the Centurion, but he didn't touch the T-30. And unfortunately our 53 TP just got wiped out. Now, I mentioned the speed of the Lorraine 40-ton tank stroke Lorraine 155-51 for a very important reason. It's going to have an outcome or a part to play on the outcome of this battle. Rounds out on the Centurion, direct hit for 323 on his rear, stunned him, and he's starting to pick up stun assist. Out the battlefield we can see an ST-1, he's just managed to kill our Hawk 12 who ventured into enemy territory, but the Star One's come up against the Dragon's Teeth. He's been badly hit and he's now a splash kill. Oh, and he goes before we can get the shot in. An enemy Scorpion G has been spotted at the back, lining him up for a shot. He pulls into cover. He's obviously aware of being Arty safe, and he realises that getting into cover like that actually does protect him for a short while. And there's a 277, we can probably hit him, except he pulls into cover himself along with that Malshan. Now you might be asking, what possible reason could speed have anything to do with winning this mission? Or winning this game for that matter? Well, you are going to find out in the end. You see, Arty is like the ginger-headed unloved child of a family, the love child, you know, that everyone doesn't want to speak about. But I'm not that I've got anything about redheads, I don't actually, I rather like redheads, but the thing is that we do get treated rather badly by our World of Tanks brethren because we're Arty, because we hit them from afar and they can't fire back at us because they don't know where we are. And so it builds up resentment in the tank drivers. They think, oh, why should they be allowed to do that? But that's what Arty do. And that's how Arty actually won many battles during the Second World War and in the First as well. the enemy couldn't fire back at them because they couldn't see them. He's lining up a shot in the IS-7, gets a direct hit for 387, and one of our teammates, I think it was Angry Gandhi, got a shot on one of the enemies from way up in the north. Now we're trying to line up this Scorpion G because Angry Gandhi can see him, and with a bit of luck we might be able to get some damage on him, and then Angry Gandhi can finish him off. Rounds out. That's bound to have stunned him. It was close enough. So yes, Arty players don't get appreciated enough by their other fellow tank teammates. Only when they actually need us do they really want us to help them. And then of course we're indispensable to them. And the rest of the time we're the people that they don't love, because we're the ones who clobber them, stun them, strip them of hit points, and there's nothing that they can do anything about. If of course you're on the enemy team. Oh, that was a big shot from Oh For Fox's Sake. Hit the Conqueror. Lining up a shot on him. Almost loaded. Rounds out. That looks good. It is 225, but it hit the frontal armor. So unfortunately it doesn't do as much damage as we would like, but it's still good. The scores are even. Equal numbers on each side. But we might be able to change that now. Oh, T30 gets nuked by our 60 TP. He's out the game. Okay, we're loaded. And there's a Martian there. He's a splash kill. We're looking around for a target to hit. That Scorpion G that was outside on the edge. Unfortunately, he's moved in. And we lost Angry Gandhi at some stage. I didn't see when that happened. But we're now one tank up on the enemy. So what, in what way does tank drivers need us? Well, they need us because we're the guys who can actually stun and basically damage the enemy tanks to a sufficient level that can actually stop them from hurting them, or inflict enough damage so that they become an easy kill, a slow moving stunned target. Well, Steel Mike's trying to follow that Scorpion G, trying to work out where he's going. He fires a blind shot in. It looked to be going where he needed it to. I think he probably did stun that Scorpion G, and our 704 is moving into position, and he's been stunned by the enemy Arty, and there's the Scorpion G. Lining him up for a shot. He gets a big hit for 729, but it's not enough to kill. So Steel Mike fires around in. Unfortunately, it hits the building. It was a bit of a snapshot. He needed to save the 704, but he doesn't need to worry because the 60 TP takes that guy out instead. But we lose the 60 TP to the GWT Tiger P. And that means now the score is even. 2 Arty on either side. But the enemy team has 2 heavies. But we have a heavy and a tank destroyer. Now the heavy is Oh For Fox's Sake in his VK100-01P. Our fellow Arty is the Conqueror gun carriage you see there to the left. And this is where Steel Mike saves the day. He's going out into the field. Now, you might wonder, how's that going to save the day? How's that going to win the battle? Well, watch what happens. The 704 is round over the other side. He's been stunned again by the enemy Arty. Our shot goes in from long range. Splashes the Conqueror for only 64. And there goes the Martian. He's a one-shot. And we've lost the 704. So, Oh For Fox's Sake needs to take out that Martian. And if we can stun him... In fact, we might be able to kill him, actually. Steel Mike marks the spot. He's almost loaded. Rounds out. Bit late, but it's a kill. And that means now it's 3 all on either side. The Conqueror's just been stunned by the Conqueror gun carriage and just lost his stun. Oh For Fox's Sake's going in. The Conqueror's pulling back over that ridgeline, of trying to anyway, to use the ground depression. We're lining up a shot at him. Keep him stunned. Rounds out. That was an Arty round. And a big hit for 212. Oh, for Fox's sake, gets a shot in, but the Conqueror's still there. Rounds out. This looks good. 30 hit points, tracks him, holds him in place. And there goes over Fox's sake, taken out by that GW Tiger P. But the Conqueror gun carriage takes out the Conqueror. And that means now it's Arty versus Arty. And as I did say, Arty saves the day. And that's what Steel Mike's about to do. Oh! Almost flipping himself. Well, it's not a very heavy tank. It's only 40 tons. Okay, so he's moving as quickly as he can to try and get up the other end of the battlefield. He's loaded, so he's ready with a 155mm round if he finds the enemy. The enemy Arty are very slow. They've got a GW E100 and a GW Tiger P. Two of the slowest Artys in the game. So he might find them and he might kill them. He might. And he might not. Let's see what happens. Now we do know the 704 got this far. And he didn't find anything. No sixth sense has gone off yet. He's going straight for the cap. And this kind of tells me something. That the enemy Arty is out in the field. They both went out to the field. And he's now concealing himself behind this bush. Not in the bush, but just behind it. And he's ready for any shotgun should the enemy come over that ridgeline. He started capping. The Conqueror gun carriage is watching our cap, and he's right over on the east side of the map next to the water. If the enemy Arty makes an appearance and goes towards the cap, he'll have a go at them. No sign of them yet, and I kind of have the feeling that both of the enemy Arty were out the field over on the far west side of the map, and it's just impossible for them to get back. And that was a round from the enemy Arty landing on that bush over there. So one of them is trying to reset him. He's communicating with his teammate, oh for Fox's sake, in chat. 25 seconds to go. He's still scanning that ridgeline just in case. 15 seconds to go. That's the 2-minute warning. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2, 1. The enemy tried to reset and they failed. And he's won by capping out. So Arty saves the day for his team and gives them a victory. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Well, yes, we don't see this very often, but when we do see it, it's very welcome. It's not the second class tanker. It's the Raider Invader medal, yes, because if you've got a Raider Invader, the enemy never saw you entirely throughout the entire battle, and yet you still won by capping out and being the only one who did it. Very, very welcome indeed. He also got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in this one. He got 9. And of course the Invader medal, you get that for getting at least 80 capture points in the process and winning by cap. In fact, the Invader medal you actually can get so long as you win by a base capture and you're never seen. It's not you could still cap with somebody else. You're not capping out alone. But it's still a very good medal to get, Raider Invader, because it means you were very sneaky throughout. You actually managed to remain hidden. The enemy never spotted you, not once. And you still won the game for your team. So very well done, Steel Mike. I'm sure over Fox's sake and Angry Gandhi were very happy with that win. And the win 8 for the game was 2376, which is very good. So let's have a look at team score. Well, the highest damage in this game was actually done by the 60TP with 4,323 hit points. Next highest scorer was the enemy GW Tiger P. He actually managed to get a Gauds medal in 3,528, so he won't worry about that because at least he gets the Courageous Resistance Award. And the GW E100, well, he came fourth. He got a Confederate and 3,019, and the Conqueror gun carriage came just before him with 3,290 hit points. Steel Mike managed 1,958 hit points, and we can see that O for Fox's Sake got 1,428, whilst Angry Gandhi got 1,553 hit points. When it came to kills, it was actually the GW Tiger P. He was quite deadly actually in that one, and he managed to get 5 kills in the game. 3 kills went to the 60TP, the Kanonenpanzer. Is it the Kanonenpanzer? Can't remember the name of that one actually. I can never remember it. But not the Ram Panzer. No, I'm trying to think which one the KPZ is. But I know it's one of the modern Panzers. And well, he managed to get 3 kills. So did the other 60TP. And I'm afraid Steel Mike only got the 1 kill. And Angry Gandhi and O for Fox's Sake didn't get any kills at all. And when it came to base XP, it was actually the 60TP got 954, Steel Mike got 895, 867 went to that Kanonenpanzer. I think it's a Kanonenpanzer. I'll look it up afterwards. Krupppanzer or something like that. Anyway, let's have a look at detail. 15 shots fired, 6 direct hits, no penetrations and 12 splash. Damage of 1,958 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. He actually hit 5 of the enemy, killed 1 of them, and did 1,401 hit points of stun assist off 11 stuns. And I think the small amount of stun assist is why he didn't get such a high base XP. And it's difficult to on Siegfried Line, mainly because a lot of the tanks are in the town, and it is hard to get decent stunning shots on enemy tanks in the town. He did get 100 cap points in that game because he capped out alone, and he also earned 38,505 credits on a premium count, and after ammunition resupply, took away 21,705 credits. He got 3 bonds, 3 for getting the Invader, which is an epic medal, 1,342 XP for the game, times 2 for the first victory, 1,342 for personal reserves, and took away 4,027 experience points altogether. So a very good ending to that game where Arty saves the day for the whole team, and they can say, yes, Arty is useful sometimes. In fact, they're very, very useful most of the time. So stop ragging on us. We're your friend. We're the ones who save you when everyone else dies. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel. And thanks for watching.